Okay, so we're going to begin our look at Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child O' Mine by taking a look at the intro. Now, this entire lesson is going to be taught in standard tuning. We're going to basically learn the song like they play it, exactly like they play it. But if you want to play along with the album, you're going to have to tune your guitar down a half step, because that's what Guns N' Roses does on this particular song. So that tuning is going to be, the low E string is going to be an E flat, the A string is now going to be an A flat, D string down to a D flat, G down to a G flat, B down to a B flat, and the high E down to an E flat as well. All right, and that'll get you in tune with the album. All right, we're just going to do this in standard because it's easier for most guitar players play in standard tuning, and they may have guitars with locking systems that make it difficult to tune down to the same tuning as Guns N' Roses. All right, but we're going to start here with this intro, and I'll play it through it really quickly, and then we'll get to learning it. Okay, so we're going to be repeating that series of phrases, and then we have a little different ending on it, which we'll cover when we get there. All right, so we're going to start this first thing. You want to kind of have your guitar on the neck pickup. Okay, so switch it up to the neck position pickup, and we're going to start here this little string skipping shape based around a D chord. So it's going to be the 12th fret on the D string, then the 15th fret on the B. Then we're going to play 14 to 12 on the G string. Those 4 notes again. Then we're going to come up to the high E string at the 15th fret. Pick that, then back down to the 3rd string, the G string, at the 14th fret. Then the 14th fret on the high E string. Then back down to the 14th fret on the G string. So all together we have this. All right, one more time. All right, now we're going to repeat that twice. All right, now the next phrase is going to be based around a C chord. And we're going to have that is going to be the exact same thing except for the very first note in the phrase. So instead of starting the phrase on this 12th fret on the D string, move that up to the 14th fret. And then every other note stays the same. You can play it with the same fingering and everything. So you see if you can see the difference between the two. I'll play them both back to back. We have it starting at the 12th fret on the D, then the 14th fret, but everything else is the same. All right, now we're going to continue with that. It's going to be based around a G chord, and the first note, instead of the 12th fret on the D string or the 14th fret on the D string, it's now going to be the 12th fret on the G string. So that now is going to be the first note of the shape. And then once again, the rest of the shape is exactly the same as the previous two. And we repeated it twice there. So you can see that it's the same thing repeated over and over again with just the first note of each phrase. We started with the D string, 12th fret twice, and then we did it twice starting on the 14th fret on the D, and then did it twice starting at the 12th fret on the G string, and we're going to end it by coming back down to where we started at the 12th fret on the D string. The same exact pattern. So that is a full twice off the D, twice off this E note, twice off the G, then back to twice off the D. And then you would start, that completes one run through the intro, and then you would start over with the D again. So we'll have this. I'm going to start over with it and stay where we're at, because that starts it as well as ends it, the 12th fret on the D. Okay, now the last time through this intro lick, going into the verse of the song, when the vocals come in, is going to sound like this. I'm sorry, hold on. Had a little brain spasm there. So we have this coming off the G one. All right, so what's going on there? Let's learn that little lick. It's after you play the G. Instead of going back down to the 12th fret off the G string here, instead of finishing the pattern with back down to the 12th fret on the D, you're going to come up and play this little phrase. So it's going to start at the high E string, 12th fret, down to the 14th fret on the G, then to the 15th fret on the B string, back down to the 14th fret on the G. Okay, that's the first 4 notes. Back to the 12 on the high E, back to the 14th fret on the G. So we keep coming back to this 14th fret on the G throughout the whole thing. And it's just a different note leading into it each time. So we start with the 12 on the high E, then the 15 on the B, back to the 12 on the high E, then the 14 on the high E, back down to the G string, then the 15 on the high E, back to the 14, back to the 14 on the high E, down to the 12 on the high E, and then you're going to end it by the 15th fret, add the 15th fret on the B string there, and you can let it ring with that third string 14th fret as well. So all together. All right, so I'll let you hear what that whole ending sounds like. Okay, and that takes us down to the verse. Okay, and now we'll cover that next. Stay tuned.